Alright, welcome to the video guys. Hope you guys are doing well, and going to be showing you two games in the AMX 12T. First one is going to be on, what's this map called again? Province. And I don't think I've ever featured Province before, so this should be an interesting one to show you guys. And in a 12T, any light tank guys, anything that's quick enough to get up to, if I'm spawning on the west side, the tanks that are quick, I will just come right up here to the like J0 area, because really I don't know where else to go. I mean, you could try and go into the middle of the field here and spot, but I never like doing that. So Type 64 is with me, so we're going to go ahead and go right up to the J0 area. Now, from J0 guys, you could do a lot of things. I mean, you can scout this entire area here, but more importantly, like there's a bush here, there's a bush here. You have a really good kind of like angle on everyone that's going to be trying to poke on you here. Now, no one's here. It just so happens that like 3 people appeared right in this area, which is kind of rare. There's a lot of people that don't know how to play Province, and they'll just drive, out in the middle of the open, and that's what happened here. So this is an interesting encounter you'll see here, and I'm not going to run at this point because all 3 of them are right here. So what I decided to do is I'm going to make them think that I'm not here and it's just a Type 64. And then I'm going to pull out on the Thunderbolt and start shooting the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt turns around. That gives me a perfect opportunity to put shots into his backside. And now we're going to kill the Thunderbolt, and he's dead. So now the Type 64 has escaped. He hasn't died, and that's great. And now the T-150 is trying to press into me, but he's getting whacked by all my teammates over here, which is what you'd expect, right, guys? That's what you want. My teammates were actually supporting me, so that's good. And now it's just the KV-1S. And I believe the KV-1S also was going to press, but I guess he hugged that rock when he saw what happened to his teammates. So this is why this position is so good, guys, because if you have people that rush, like, you can defend it easily if you have a fast tank and you decide to go there too. The same thing would work over here, like over in the C2 area, opposite side. But really, if you have a slower tank, don't do what those people just did, because you end up just getting annihilated by all the TDs over here, because Province is just a camping map. It's literally like this side, and everyone just shoots across. It's a crossfire map. That's all it is. Honestly, like, when I'm just playing in anything other than a tank like this, maybe in a quick medium I'll make a similar play, like I said, guys, but any other tank, I'm usually just camping, like right in this area, or I'm trying to push this line a little bit here, and I'm looking for crossfire. That's how you play Province. It's literally just a camping map, and that's all you can really do. It's not my most favorite map, and I think the way Wargaming designed it, that's all they're expecting people to do, is just get crossfire. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit, since I want to show you guys another replay. And this one, like I said, it was a really good game, but I think if I recall correctly, I've played a few games on Province. I think this one is very long. So, I had one of my clanmates down here. I was still in the Hack clan at the time. I've left at this given time. I would like to join the Baboon clan to represent Skill, because I love watching him, and also Steel Guts. So, if you don't know these streamers, guys, check them out. I would assume that anyone watching probably knows who Skill is, but Steel Guts in TN in Tennessee, he's also a very, very good streamer, and he was opening up a second clan, so I'm going to join in. Hopefully, I'm going to put my application in and join that clan, because I like those guys, and I like that they represent Skill, and they're good guys. So anyway, guys, like I said, this is kind of a long game. And one of my clanmates over here was in the enemy 12T. And here we go, guys. We clean him up. And, it's kind of like a, I call it tough love or whatever. But, you don't want to always kill your clanmates. But, I just play the game. I don't care who's on the other team. I just play it the way I would normally play it. So here we are, guys. We're making our way up. And I would just assume, based on the score right now, that the Nash and the SU-100 have moved back. And sure enough, here's the T-78. I get 2 shots into him, put 1 into the Nash, put 1 more into the T-78. We make both these guys 1 shots. So how I made this play, guys, without getting hit from anything back here, I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure the SU-100 was back here at the time. But or in fact, he might have actually been still sitting here. I mean, is it possible that he was still over here somewhere and I just didn't spot him, because I think he does appear, you know, not back here, if I recall correctly. I don't think he was back at like C0. So I get a shot into the Nash there, he dies, and ultimately the arty splashes me, but it's not making, you know, much difference at this point, guys. We have pretty much full HP, and now we're just going to YOLO this area and look for arty. So I'm at 1200 damage, 1009 spotting, and we see both arties, guys. I get whacked by arty again. Luckily, you know, it didn't seem like it was a direct hit, and here you go, guys. They kill him. And now we're just looking for the SU-100. I don't remember where he shows up, guys. He shows up all the way down here. So chances are likely that he probably went like this, down this pathway, guys, and ended up by the cap. And I just didn't spot him. So here you go, guys. Again, this is on Province. 1,600 damage, 1,239 assist damage, 3 kills. And I believe I have the end plates for this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Just make sure I pull up the right ones here. So yeah, this was the one on Province. So we have first class, guys. Nothing special here. I can show you how I have this tank set up. I have, right now, I have optics, binocs, and the low noise exhaust. I believe, well, I should say for this game, right now I think I've changed the setup a little bit. But if you could see, like, the low noise exhaust gives this thing a 32% concealment rating. And with the binocs, we're at 489. I don't even have that. Like, I have 56% situational, I'm sorry, 58% situational awareness and 100% on the recon ability. And, I mean, overall, guys, that's pretty good. Where this tank, I think, lacks is the one for the gun depression and the elevation. Really wacky, like I was talking about with the ELC. And the aiming time and dispersion are not the greatest, guys. Like, you'll find when you're trying to clip people out that you'll end up missing 1 or 2 of the shots in the 4-shell magazine. So that kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. That's pretty much it. I do run food for the view range when binocs are not open or not engaged, whatever it's called. That's pretty much it, guys. You know, in terms of like the firepower and all that, like the tank is pretty good. Like it's a pretty good tank. When you can clip someone out for like over 600 damage in a matter of 10 seconds or so, like that's really, really good for a light tank. So it was first class, guys. You know, let's take a look at the final score: 1,600 damage, 1,100 experience, 3 kills. You know, not bad there at all, guys. And let's go ahead and take a look at the coin. You can see with the auto resupply for the consumables, which is food, I mean, we lose a good amount of coin, but, you know, we did actually make it back, and we made 2K. And again, guys, 1,600 damage, 1239 spotting. I believe those were the end statistics, right? So I don't think anything was blind or whatever. And we fired 15 shots. So an average game. I thought this game was a little bit longer. I did 8 minutes and 32 seconds. So there you have it, guys. That's the first one. Let's go ahead and jump into the next game. And I believe this one is a little bit longer. One of these was pretty strategic, if I recall. You know, I think this one was my more recent one. And I just have to remember, you know, what map it was on and such. So hopefully it loads up. I hope this doesn't give me any problems. If not, we will end the video with one replay, guys. Looks like it's loading up here. It took a little longer than usual, but that's all right. So this one was on Westfield, and I do remember this game, guys. This was a super, super close match. So let's get into it, guys. All right, so we're on Westfield, guys, and you know, I've put Westfield on my channel a lot. It could be a very strategic kind of map. I mean, I've talked about how you can defend the 0 line, and if you're spawning on the other side, you know, you can kind of defend the 0 line from like this corner over here, which is, it's kind of hard to see from here. But you know, I talked about kind of defending the 0 line and stuff, guys. I've talked about how this map has, you know, works a couple times in my previous videos. And this is a good spot to come, guys. If you are ever on the south spawn on this map, come up to this bush. Steel Guts and TN showed me this bush. And it's a fantastic bush. I mean, you don't even have to have 445 view range, maybe 440. You follow the pathway up, and the first bush you kind of come up to right before the turn. So if you're looking kind of where I am, you come up here and you come right into this bush, and it allows you to get perfect vision on this entire area right here. And that's the most important thing, because you want vision on where all these guys are going to poke up. It's 0 to 4 already, guys. I don't think this is going to be a win. Type 64 presses into me, and you know, we're just going to kind of take some shots. I'm in 2 times, guys. We're going to take some shots into him, and we're just going to kind of try and wiggle out of here. Now, I'm amazed. I took a shot like all the way out. I thought I would have been unlit by then, but hey, you know, guys, I mean, sometimes people have like that 13 seconds when they spot you and stuff like that, so it was possible I was just still lit. Or is it 12 seconds or something like that? You get an extra 2 or 3 seconds with that perk. So, that's very possible, guys. And, we took one shot, and it's 7 to 4 or 4 to 7. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put myself, guys, because we've lost the one line area, and we've lost the mid, and we haven't even really won the 0 line either. So I'm looking around and like, okay, in this situation, guys, where's the best place to be? Well, I'm looking and I'm going, I should probably be with this 3485 and this M4. That seems to be the safest area right now. And I don't want to leave everyone, but at the same time, it's like, there's not much you could do at this point, guys. The entire map is already lost, and a lot of people, like the Artie especially, and someone else was, hooking off at me because I wasn't spotting and stuff. And it's like, when it gets to this point, guys, it's not your fault. Like, there's not much more you could do. I spotted, the entire 0 line, and we did 700 spotting damage in a matter of, like, I don't know, 2.5 minutes or something like that, 3 minutes. Like, you can't, there's not much you can do when you lose the entire map. People think that a light tank is just supposed to, like, zoom around and spot everything all the time, and it's just not the case, guys. So T34 dies, like, these guys just melt to this VK, and now I'm like, okay, now I have nowhere to go. And this is the thing, guys, it's like, people will hook off at you, but, like, where would you go in this situation? What do you do? There's very little that you could do in this given scenario, because there's no map. You have no map to work with. So what I'm doing is just kind of trying to, post up in one of these bushes, but I'm realizing, like, we've lost the entire map. Like, I need to get to a final stand area, which would be this ridge line right here. There's literally nowhere else you can go at this point in time. I mean, maybe some better players could give pointers on where to go in a situation like this, but we have the KV3. Maybe we could try poking up in this corner right here, like up here. I mean, but really, guys, like, this is why I say this map can be quite strategic, because I mean, it's a big map, but when you have none of it to work with, it's like, where do you put yourself? So I'm looking around, and in the video right now, I'll just try to find, like, where would I put myself? I mean, there's like a rock right here that you can come to that kind of keeps you safe, but then what if people YOLO you here? You can try and play over here, but then you'll get pressed from the hill over here, and people will, like, run through this bush line, and you'll get spotted, and then plus the VK still over here. So it's just, ultimately, guys, I don't know where else I would put myself in this situation. So someone's telling me that I'm hiding. I don't know, it was the M4, and then the M44 was, getting mad and stuff. But you will see what happens here, guys. I carry the game, and it feels really good when your teammates are insulting you, and then you carry the game. It's just the greatest feeling in the world. So here we are, guys. The KV3 is lit from the E25. Both Arties miss because both Arties suck, or they just miss because of RNG. But this is why I don't play Artie, guys. It's just super frustrating, and it's not satisfying at all. And here you go, like, they're all freaking missing. So M44 is going to insult me, but he can't even hit a KV3. VK pokes up here, and VK pokes up here, and I'm able to get a few shots into him. He's playing pretty aggressively, going after the E25, which is smart. In my opinion, he kind of wants to take out the E25 because it's just us left. So I'm going to continue to get unspotted and keep coming up. And here you go, M44, useless, good screen, AMX, whatever these guys are talking about, guys. They're just insulting me. And here we go. We're going to kill the challenger. I'm going to loop back around, get unlit, because there's 3 Artie guys that are targeting us. So I have to do this. And we have, what? A T3485 of the VK and the KV3 left. So now I'm going to go after the VK. I think this is the smart plan, guys. You know, I might take a shot from the KV3, and if I did, I would be dead. But in this situation, I think the best thing to do is to go after the VK because he is a big threat. Now here's the KV3. I'm going to try and put this building in between me and him. Doesn't look like it would have mattered anyway. And now I'm going to try and put this building in between me and him. And this is how you do it, guys. You know, you just try and stay safe. If the KV3 were to hit me, then we would, you know, be dead. So it was a risky play, but it pays off. And the T-34-85M basically lost this game for his teammates. Didn't look like he was a very good player, guys. I mean, 65 W and 8, that has to be a bot, right? If they're under like 250 W and 8, I get a little, you know, sketched out, guys, because, you know, most players that even try have like at least a 400 W and 8, maybe 350. Anything like 250 and under, that gets really sketchy, you know, like where people, like, you have to imagine that people are either a bot if their W and 8 is that low, or, you know, they just really don't even try to win. They're just playing and doing stupid things. So here's the M44, guys. We spot him, and I missed that last shot there into the dirt. As this guy was going down into the ditch, and we don't get the kill on him. We're at 1,322 damage, 961 spotting damage, by the way, guys. We have 2 kills. And, you know, we've, you know, already had a nice shot on the KV3, but ultimately, I mean, we pretty much carried that final stand there, and now we're in a decent position. I believe I skipped ahead a little bit, but that's all right. So we're coming up this, you know, this way, guys, and I feel like, in my opinion, this is the best method to try and scout these guys. Like, I should come up to where I have the high ground, and if I do get spotted through all these bushes, then I can just run down, and it's much harder to get hit that way. So, because I only have 2 Arty guys, like it's either I kill these people or Arty does. So here we go. We spot the M12, we spot the M44, and I'm gonna get away. I don't think these guys would have lit me. It's very unlikely, you know, being that they're Arty, like they don't have good view range. Really, only the LEF does have good view range as an Arty. So we're gonna take 2 shots under the M12. We kill the M12, and now, you know, this game is pretty much dead even, guys. I mean, we're looking for the T-34-85. Like I said, this guy has to be a bot. Here he is, guys, and I think he's on the other side. No, he wasn't on the other side of the building. I am able to kill this guy. So we kill the T-34-85M, and now we're just left with 2 M44s, guys. One is a one-shot. He has like 60 HP left or something like that. So ultimately, guys, you'll see, you know, we carried this game, and I mean, we did pretty well. This is where I got very nervous with going against the M44. I missed the first shot there. He misses. I get the kill there, and now it's just 1 Arty left, guys. So we're going to keep speeding ahead, find out where this Arty is, and I type in the chat something like, still having doubts, M44? Good game, you know. And really, that's it, guys. I believe the M44 appears over here, so I'm going to speed ahead to where we find him, over in the K0 area. So here we are, guys. We're going, and M44 appears somewhere in this area. Can't quite remember exactly where, but I know it was somewhere over here. And you know, there he is, guys, and that's pretty much the game. We're gonna circle this guy. We're gonna get 3 shots into him. That gives me a mastery badge, and it also gives me the 6 kills, the Top Gun, I believe it is, and put my gun up for the end of the game, guys. And what a game that was. So, you know, never listen to your teammates when they're insulting you, guys. You know, I'm never rude to people in this game. You know, sometimes I'll tell people to just stop talking, like, just stop, man, just relax or stop talking. But I'm never rude to people, guys. You know, don't be rude. Like, there's no reason to be rude to people. You know, calling people shitters and stuff like that. Like, I get so tired of people just being so toxic in the chat. I never understood why people are like that. Like, some people are better at the game than others. Some people are much worse at the game. Some people are very casual. You know, I would consider myself good, but also casual. Like, you know, I don't do any, like, competitive stuff at tier 10 or anything like that. You know, most of my gaming is just, I would say, like, I average around tier 6, guys. And, you know, just play the game. You know, try and help each other out. But, I mean, some people can just be so rude, and there's just no reason, you know. Like, if someone isn't playing the way you want them to play, then forget about it, you know. Then you go play that tank the way you think it should be played. But I mean, you know what I mean, guys? It's a free to play game. Just try to have fun with it, you know. So anyway, guys, enough rambling. Let's look into the end plates for this one. I'll go ahead and I'll open them all up, and I'll also pop my camera up one size so you guys can see me. Let's go to this one. Yeah, that's big enough. So let's take a look at the end plates, guys, for this one. We did, I want to start with this one. This was also the game where I second marked this tank. So I love getting 2 marks, guys. I don't think I'm good enough to get 3 marks on most tanks, except the T-34, which I got. So this was a mastery badge, guys. The second mark, like I said, and you know, Top Gun. And really, guys, I mean, I was almost surprised that this was a mastery. You know, like it was a really good game, but it was just one of those games where I didn't realize how much damage and how many kills I had until the very end. So, you know, it was a mastery badge, and you'll see here that I have a different setup than I did in the previous game, like I was talking about. So now we have 447 view range permanently. You know, we're not running the binocs, and I run the optics. I have vents. I still run the food, and then I have this thing as well. I forget what it's called, guys. But vertical, is it V-stab? No, that's the other one, isn't it? Whatever it is, guys, that gives you less bloom, you know, when you are, you know, after you're shooting or when you're coming to a stop and all that stuff. So, so I feel like the tank plays a little bit better like that. And with vents, you even get one less dispersion, and the aiming time is a little better. You know, vents helps just a little bit with everything. So, you know, it's pretty good. Um, and then for the detail view, guys, we did 2,054 damage, 6 kills, 1,411 experience, and we got those 2 badges. And, you know, the M44, he played pretty well too. You know, I will say so. And also on their team, the VK, who I noticed was a decent player, he almost won the game for them. And I have no idea where this 88 was. He did a great job, looks like. But yeah, guys, I mean, this Lorraine messaged me after the game. You know, he said, I don't have it here because I closed it out, but, you know, he said, wow, man, you know, thanks for the carry. Basically, that's what he said. And, you know, while that's nice and all, it's like, it wasn't just me, you know, like there was a good effort by the team here, maybe not by these 3 players down here, but, you know, like everyone, for the most part, people are trying to win. So I mean, this team wasn't the worst I've seen. You know, I mean, people were doing okay, and they were just almost better than us, right, guys? And you know, that's why I like having these games. It was a very close matchup at the end, and you know, it makes the game exciting. So there you have it, guys. That's pretty much it. This is the overall statistics: 2,054 damage, like I said, 1,435 spotting. That makes this like a 3,500 combined game, which is crazy. 23 shots fired. We hit 20 of them, pen 19. And this was a long game, guys. 12 minutes, 54 seconds. And we actually did have 1 day of premium here. So, you know, even though we lost a lot for like all the auto resupply and the ammunition and stuff like that, because I had to go through a lot of ammo, you know, we got a lot of experience and stuff. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, I hope you enjoyed watching this one in the 12T, because 12T is a pretty popular tank. So I think, you know, a good amount of people would want to, you know, watch the 12T. And also, guys, I forgot to note, we got rid of, in here, we got rid of the low noise exhaust. And, you know, my concealment is not much higher over here. So you can see without the low noise exhaust, it's 27.82 concealment. So, you know, I still think that's enough. Like I said, I like to be at 25 or higher in most light tanks, unless it's a very active scout, like an EBR or something like that. LTTB is another one of those that doesn't have great, you know, concealment rating. And, that's really it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one in the 12T, and I will see you guys for the next video. Bye bye.